I mean, at least you're no longer drawing like the legs backwards.
That's a plus. Hi, welcome to stream. We're talking about my
um,
ability to draw horses.
yes, we're all good at drawing horses, which is why we're doing this today because we're all very good at drawing horses.
Yeah. Hey, Garo, feel worse than yesterday. Oh no,
I
brain's
know.
complete fog. Oh no, hope feel better soon. Also, you're correct. The music was the first and last one was Drawful, and the middle one in the middle was TKO. So you're correct. You got it. I like using Jackbox music to introduce these streams for some reason.
Because it's nonsense.
Including the invisible one. The invisible one, again, they're invisible. They do exist. I did draw them.
Uh-huh.
I'll be honest. I looked at it recently to remind myself what it looked like because I was pleased with it at the time. It's not very good, but I did draw it. So that's the important bit.
Wait. You're telling me you actually drew a horse for the day the gimmick was it's an invisible horse.
Yes.
Yeah, because Chris is like that. I don't know
Well,
why you're confused.
otherwise, it's not invisible.
Uh,
It just doesn't exist. You know, there's a big difference.
This is why
between those
you
two
do
things.
not have enough time for your projects.
I'll have you know, I recently saved a lot of time on a project by accident because I'm bad at maths. So more on that in a month or two. Um, anyway, let's hop on over to the thing. Where's the thing? Here's the thing. There it is. It has friends and everything. We have some good horses, and by good horses I mean we have a very cute, like, actual drawing of, like, Chib needs to stop. Frankly, we also have a really cool seahorse. Look at that. Like, so I tried to do a combination of a horse and a cat because I always draw a cat. Well, I try and draw a cat. And then there's Ragdoll up here actually doing a good combination of two animals.
I mean, I can't take too much credit. That's pretty much literally what seahorses look like whenever they pop up in My Little Pony franchise things.
And this is what the horses look like when they pop up in my nightmares. So
Look like
it's fine.
weird rats.
It's a bit ratty. It's fine.
Turns out if you combine like a cat's face with a horse's snout, you get rats.
Yep. Turns out rats were the unlikely offspring of fling with a cat and a horse. It's fine. Don't worry about it. They're doing great. Draw the horse that haunts my dreams. I'm sure I will. Because today we have, following on from last week's randomly generated Furby names, we have at least one My Little Pony name generator. Look at all his good My Little Punners. All the good too. I guess one of them's a seahorse, it's not a pony. So I guess one good pony, one good seahorse, and then the course.
Of course.
Of
Yeah.
course.
It's a course, of course, or a hat. Depends on your perspective.
Yeah.
Or a hot. Anyway, so we have random names. I don't know anything about My Little Pony, but I didn't really know anything about Furbies either, and that went as well as can be expected. Good thing that horses are notoriously easy to draw. Exactly. And I, of course, being a brony back in the day, that's the word, right? People still say that?
I mean, that was.
Probably.
I haven't heard that word for ages, I just remembered it.
Sure.
I don't know.
I don't know. I'm not in that area of the internet. Of all areas of the internet I am in, that's not one of them.
Fair enough. So yeah, who wants to go first at drawing a My Little Pony, I guess? What is the plural of My Little Pony?
Ponies.
So My Little Ponies.
I assume
Yes.
so.
Right, okay. Good. Just checking. I mean, I was just checking. You know that because I know it because I'm top gold tier brony.
Yeah.
Gold rainbow tier. There's rainbows in it. That's a rainbow thing. Anyway.
I mean, it's very colorful, I guess.
Who wants to go first? Who wants to draw?
I mean, I can go first.
A random mulp.
Give me a
Chib,
mulp.
you want to mulp?
Yeah.
We have a bunch here. Apparently, there are male and female names on this generator that Ragdoll has.
I mean, yeah, that's fantasy names generator, which is just lots of names.
Okay.
Then there's the other one, which is everything.
Where was the other one?
I believe it's in Hangouts chat, but a little earlier.
Yes, there it is. I posted it.
Yeah. And then it's a little bit more.
Oh, yeah, it's got a lot of detail. I see. So do you want a name or a detailed one?
Give me a detailed one because I have no idea what to do with this.
Jumping straight in there, right?
Yeah. I don't know what to do with names like Starfire or whatever.
So these ones don't have names, actually, do they? Oh no, they do have names. Right. Okay. Sure.
Yes.
Well, fine. We'll go with this. Your new character, your My Little Pony, is a shark pony.
Okay.
Work that out.
Yes.
They're female and their name is Dahlia Coconut.
Dahlia Coconut.
Dahlia Coconut. Dahlia Coconut
so
is
they're like an island adventure pony of some sort.
I guess so. Dahlia Coconut is of average height while having a heavy-set figure. She's completely blind in one eye. She says lesbian rights.
Good for her, I guess.
Just so you know. Her personality can be described as seraphic.
I don't know what that means.
Me neither. Seraphim? Like angelic, I guess.
Angelic?
I'm gonna. That's what I'm gonna go for. Her cutie mark is themed around fire.
That's a lot of things. Okay. Let's start with
so
shark
she's a
and
shark
go from there.
pony. She's a shark pony who says lesbian rights.
Yep.
Yes.
Blind in one eye. Might have an eye patch that would fit with the kind of island shark sort of theme. Also an angel.
So an angelic, I guess.
And yeah, I'm gonna look it up, see if that's actually what it means. Probably not. I just sort of went on to seraphim.
I mean, could also be angelic in terms of angel of vengeance.
Seraphic is of or relating to seraphim, so I was right on that part. Seraphic. Beautiful in a way that suggests that somebody is morally good and pure.
Right.
So she's a really pretty shark.
I guess so, yeah. Pure and sublime. Or, if it's used as a noun, it means a zealot.
Oh.
But the personality can be described as seraphic, so it's an adjective, so we're not doing that. Hello, Octo. Summoned by ponies. Now you get lesbian rights. Nice. Lesbian rights shark.
Shark.
Been a while. Yeah.
So much going on here.
There's a lot happening. This is a thing.
But
I guess I'll share the generator in chat if anyone wants to mess around with it themselves.
I mean, to be fair, the generator is 1, randomized. And 2, gives just a lot of details.
A lot of detail.
Which, because it's randomized, means that some of the details might leave you sitting there going, what the heck?
Feel free to ignore any for example, I haven't mentioned that there's a palette that comes with this. There is a series of colours. But we don't have time for that. So
so much.
There's a lot. It's a lot. Dahlia Coconut is a lot.
She is. Good for her, I guess.
It's a luxury very few can afford to deal with.
Yes. That's fine to deal with them. They're seraphic. We've learned a word today.
We're going to start a holy war in the name of lesbian rights.
They patrol
Which, you know, fair.
the pony sharks patrol the seas around the island of Lesbos, and where the wheel of Lesbos is located. I'm tying together the lore of these streams.
Mhm. You're doing great.
Well, in the real world, Lesbos is somewhere near Greece.
Dahlia Coconut can come from Greece.
Yeah. It was Dahlia Coconut.
This is a very Greek name.
Uh-huh.
Well, Dahlia's a flower, isn't it? Oh, yes. I've seen those before. It's also a character in Silent Hill, but we won't. That's unrelated.
Really, let's not bring too many things into this.
Yeah, make this a Silent Hill character.
I mean, I think it might be by default, so, you know. I'm trying to figure out how this buddy works, and it's just not doing it for me.
I mean, we talked at the beginning. I was like, we don't know how to draw My Little Ponies, and we just started off with, right, do a cross between that and a shark. We gave you no chance there.
Oh, absolutely not. Hold on, I need to, like, simplify this for my mind.
Did Lesbos not have warrior women on it? I don't know.
No. Lesbos is lesbian island. It's the island of the Amazons that you're thinking of. That's warrior women.
Yeah, Lesbos is an actual place.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, Myth did specify in myth. So.
I mean, yeah, but then it's still not Lesbos.
Something to do. Okay, so apparently the island is widely known as the home of the ancient Greek poet Sappho, from whose association with homosexuality the word lesbian derives its modern meaning, and is sometimes also called the Island of Poets. So,
Yes.
because of Sappho.
Yeah, it's on the it's one of the Greek islands, but it's one of the Greek islands that's sort of closer to like Turkey.
Sappho. It's Sappho.
Doing everything over. We're doing the leisure art.
Delete.
I mean, you started the ground running, so yeah, we started with a hard one with you, so yeah.
Struggling. You have no idea how much I'm panicking right now.
Like, I wouldn't know how to do what this is. I mean, on the plus side, this character doesn't exist. I'm not going to show you a picture afterwards and say, look how good you did. This is canon.
But I want to do good.
What you draw is canon, regardless.
I mean,
no.
you've already drawn a shark mermaid before. Just replace the human part with a horse. Easy.
Yeah, but that one had tits.
Yeah, on the human part. So replace torso and tits with horse.
You don't want to know the image that's in my head right now. And I don't want to draw it.
I understand.
Yeah, it would have been easier if you'd gotten like either a regular horse or even like a zebra or something.
Trying to like channel hippocampus vibes, and it's not working out for me.
This one can have titties. I've seen MLP fan art. Have you, miss?
I don't wanna. It's the thing there. I'm willing to put titties on a lot of things, but this is not one of them. Okay. We're sort of getting there. This is also like far too like I wouldn't say realistic, but you know. Also deleting more.
Look, this is the horse pony of Theseus.
It's funny of PCs.
This is the thing that Poseidon sends after you if you're being a bit of a fuck.
Yeah. That's for sure.
Yeah.
He made horses and then he went, wait, what if horses but ocean?
Oh yeah.
And now it swims and attacks you. Because of course it attacks you. Poseidon made it.
Yeah, exactly. This will attack you.
Because one, Poseidon made it, and two, it's a horse. And horses have no chill.
The reminder that their personality is seraphic.
Angels
So it will attack you.
What defines a seraphim versus all the other angels? Let's work this out. Seraph. Oh, seraphim's plural. I get it. Okay. A seraph. The highest
I
rank.
guess it depends on what you're reading.
They're the highest ranking Christian angelology. That's a word. And fifth,
angelology?
Angelology. Am I gonna put? Is that gonna be a new Googology thing? No.
I don't know about Christian angelology. There's actually not a lot of stuff in the Christian Bible that actually describes angels beyond just there was an angel.
This is
but
the
Jewish
sentence.
Angelology is actually really interesting.
Yeah. Actually, hang on. This is the way this is worded is very interesting. Tradition places seraphim in the highest rank in Christian angelology, and in the 5th rank of 10 in the Jewish angelic hierarchy. The reason that interests me is they don't call it Jewish angelology. Only Christians have angelology.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it doesn't surprise me that much.
Seminal passage in the book of Isaiah used the term to describe 6-winged beings.
It doesn't should have ears. I always forget ears with horses.
Horses need ears. They fly around the throne of God, crying, "Holy, holy, holy." Holy, holy.
I mean, it's also a shark, so those have sort of more internal ears and no external ears.
Yeah. You've got a choice in this particular instance.
No, it's gonna have ears.
The word seraph means burning in Hebrew.
What was going on again?
Oh, right.
The thing.
Completely blind in one eye.
Right.
Average height, heavyset figure, lesbian rights.
Right. It has lesbian rights, so.
Lesbian rights. Seraphic. Cutie mark themed around fire. Which, hey, seraph means burning. So that kind of works.
So that's lesbian rights. It doesn't have a face yet, but I'm working on it.
Look, this is a biblically accurate shark horse. Or I guess
it will either have no eyes or too many eyes, but we know it's blind in one of them.
Am I going the biblically accurate angel again? I guess I can.
I guess it's not biblically, and more. What would the adjective be for the Jewish Bible? I don't know.
I don't know, because they've got like 3 holy books, because you've got like the Torah, but then there are some other ones as well. And I think it's the other ones that actually have more descriptions of like angel hierarchy stuff and whatnot.
Right. Yeah. See, I know bugger all about this.
Because it's like I think it's Ezekiel. I think that's the name of that prophet. There's like one prophet in particular, one Jewish prophet in particular, who wrote just a whole bunch of crazy nonsense, including stuff dealing with angels. And I want to say it was Ezekiel, but I might be mixing him up with someone else. Anyway,
Well, whoever it is, back then they knew how to make names. I love the names back then, like Ezekiel and Malachi. Good names.
Good names.
It
I
must
like
be.
we've gone full anime eye.
Is Mal an ickle angel? Bless.
Uh,
I mean, yes, and that's why you should fear him.
Yeah. Remember, his full name is Josiah Abel Malachi Eli Schwartz. So there's a theme in the names. And I say remember as if anyone except me should remember that. Yeah, you refuse to remember that, exactly. All you need to know is the initial spelled James. That was the joke. Although the Eli was in there because that was originally one of the contenders for his name. So that's another I.
Listen, we joked about it, but you know.
Refused to even spell his name. Mal, which is Mal's fine. Mal's good.
Thank you. Figuring how
Also
we
because
spell
it's
again.
spelt differently from the way Malachi is traditionally spelled.
I
Well,
mean,
Malachi is traditionally spelled in Hebrew, so.
all things considered, that doesn't have to be like an I. You've got it right there at the cutie mark. It could just be that the cutie mark is
Yeah, that's the
Yeah,
idea.
this is the cutie
biblically
mark.
accurate, etc.
It's an angelic eye that's on fire, presumably.
Yeah, more click on it.
Be not afraid. Ah.
Oh yeah, in modern Hebrew, malak is the general word for angel. So yeah, there we go. We're learning. We're learning words today.
And we're not
Angelic
even on
words.
Duolingo.
I know. Hey, Chib, what's the Dutch for angel?
Engel.
Oh, that's simple then.
Yeah.
That's going to be very confusing for any mathematician who's trying to learn Dutch. Because I don't know about you, but I
Yeah.
misspell those two all the time as it is.
That can be your angle and also your devler.
Ooh, big fire.
Whenever I see a list of things, like angels or whatever, my mind's immediately like, there's 10 of them. I can make a video out of this.
Cutie marks are all about it, right? Just lots of detail, lots of fire and flames, lots of elements.
Yeah.
Very easy to animate.
I mean, originally it was more just very easy to print off onto a plastic toy.
Yeah. We did a whacking stick emote. Did we have... I thought we had one of those for some reason. I think we just used the newspaper, right? I think that
Yeah.
was the...
Lewis uses that
Yeah.
usually.
Well, we have that.
We do have that. Oh yeah, I was gonna make. I was thinking of emotes that would be fun specifically for streams, and I thought we should probably have like a bin emote, like get in the bin. That should be an emote. I don't know. There's probably some characters in the Final Fantasy draw through that we're gonna need that for. Maybe less than 8, but I'm sure there'll be some.
Yeah, at least we will. Unless I'm forgetting some significant events, we will need significantly fewer red flags for 9 than we did 8.
Yeah. Probably mostly the main character. It's not really red flag, just,
He's
he's a
just a
lad.
flirt. He's a flirt.
He's a flirt. Well, this is terrifying, but also good.
I didn't think I'd be drawing, like, biblically accurate the angel thing again, but here we are, I guess.
Biblically accurate Lesbos horse shark angel.
Hold
There we
I
on,
mean,
go.
the
she's blind
description
in
just
one
said that
eye.
the cutie mark was fire themed.
Yeah, it is, right? Hold on, she needs an eye patch.
She's sapphic and seraphic. Actually, it doesn't say that she's sapphic, just that she says lesbian rights.
Yeah. I mean, I think she is sapphic,
Yeah.
but,
It doesn't specify one way or the other, so it's up to us. And by us, I mean Chib.
yeah, she is sapphic.
Yeah.
I'm looking at your work, and I had the sudden thought of how do you put an eye patch on a horse?
Yeah. Does it go like under the
Don't worry
chin?
about it.
It's fine, don't worry.
Listen, we're gonna figure out a lot of stuff today, but not that.
You put it on with glue, it's fine.
Yeah. Right.
A Tenchi is. Oh, I've heard Tenchi.
Is she angel? I thought it more
It,
had to do with like heavenly maiden.
it's probably. Obviously, they have their own sort of traditions of stuff like that, so they don't really have. Whether they would have a specific word for what we would call an angel is. It's probably the closest approximation.
True.
One of those situations.
Because I know they've got like these like heavenly maidens who've got like usually they're drawn with like a really long scarf that they use to fly, I guess, question mark.
Mm.
Like a
Kite
really long
angel.
shawl that's usually like part of it's floating above their heads and then comes under their arms and looks all flowy and cool.
Yeah, that's
Anything
probably.
else?
I think we're good. We've got a lot of extra fins now. That's fun.
Yeah.
I like the fin mane. That's neat.
Yeah, it just made sense. I would say it just made sense, but it made like more sense in my head than regular main, and it needed something.
That's good. That's a clever idea. It was a clever design idea. Fin.
I mean, we started out the gate at the races with a shark horse, so good on you.
I've just realised that there are some options on this randomizer, and one of them is to include non-canon / fanon species. And that was
What does
on.
that
So
mean?
fan canon.
No,
I'm guessing.
I get that. I just
Oh right.
what does it mean in
There are
this
some
context?
there are some species that aren't really in any of the canon series, but people sort of added onto the so like mer ponies are a thing. I don't know if they're a thing in the most recent iteration, but they have been a thing in the past.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know if shark mer pony specifically was ever a thing.
Yeah, it
But
doesn't
someone probably
look.
looked at mer ponies and went, "I want something big and buff," and made it shark.
Yeah, I can't see shark pony specifically. There's like sea pony as a canonical one, but yeah. So the point
We're
being,
making it pink.
this isn't canon. So
What do you mean
I
this
mean,
isn't canon?
it's got a serif on its rump. It's very much canon. Haha, different meanings of words.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Jokes.
And we're I like how we've made it like ice cream cone.
She's a Neapolitan shark.
Yeah.
Well, there we
It's
go.
hard to do a gradient with this, so
Yeah.
just imagine it flows a little bit more, like, nicely.
Yeah. It's Dahlia coconut, everybody. Lesbian rights.
It's her.
Itchy. Oh, it's the flag colors. I don't get it.
I tried, but it doesn't really look like it. But, you know, just pretend. Just pretend I made it make sense.
Well, it's
I
either
mean,
that or they're like tutti frutti flavor.
to be fair, the colors that are used for the sunset lesbian flag are very hard to make work unless you're like color picking.
Mhm.
I've talked with some fiber artists who have a similar complaint because when you're dealing with fiber arts, the dyes on that vary, so it's really hard to get a particular color. And since there's a lot, it's more of a gradient rather than distinct colors. It makes it hard to find things that work because if it's just a little bit off, suddenly it doesn't look right. Meanwhile, with stuff like the ace flag, where you've got, okay, we have gray, white, black, and purple. Now, granted, for the actual flag, it's a particular gray, white, black, and purple. But if you're making fiber art, you just kind of go, right, here's a gray, white, black, and purple. And people go, ah, I know what this is.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, with the sunset lesbian flag, if you've got just, and orange is in particular, just dyes are weird when it comes to making orange colored fabric and whatnot. So if you have just the slightly wrong shade, suddenly it looks like you've got like just pumpkin inside of your flag.
Anyway, this is Dahlia Coconut or whatever her name was.
Dahlia coconut, everybody.
She has the power of biblically accurate angels, and she says lesbian rights.
Also, just as an aside, I found the lists of the 10 angels in Jewish, not angelology, angel studies. And the seraphim is either 5th, 3rd, 1st, or last, depending on which one you check. So
Cool.
consistency.
I mean, real consist. Yeah.
You expect Jewish people to agree on a set of rules?
Oh no, absolutely not.
No.
That's
fine.
one of their major pastimes is arguing over rules.
Any long-standing tradition over time is just going to splinter off into lots and lots of different people going, actually, I think it's this.
Yeah.
Like maths. Anyway.
And then sometimes you develop a new religion by accident.
Like maths. Like
Math.
like statistics. No.
Exactly.
Hey, look, Ragdoll.
Anyway.
Ragdoll got a stab at me for being bad with numbers because I'm an algebraist. So, I was like, "Oh, it hurts because it's true." Yes. Yay.
Yay. This is a thing now. Everyone likes it.
It's a thing.
She will kill you.
She will kill you if you do not support the lesbian rights.
This will come after you.
Don't go swimming.
Done it.
You think it's just a shark, but it's worse. It's a shark horse.
Hark!
Hark!
Hark, the Herald Angels sing. Lesbian rights.
There we go. There we go.
Oh my God.
Moving on. Next one. I guess I'll do a prompt from Ragdoll.
All right. Do you want to one from the more descriptive generator?
Sure. Until I have a clearer idea of a name alone, I wouldn't know really what to draw. So
That's fair. Your new character is a unicorn.
I know
And her
those.
name, Astral Lavender. Astral Lavender is the average height and has a round figure. However, she is missing her horn. So, whoops.
Okay. I'm a unicorn, honestly I am.
I mean, you can draw like a broken horn. Which is actually really sad because unicorns get magic from their horns. So, ow. Her personality can be described as vivacious, and her cutie mark is 3. Wait, what? Her cutie. I don't know how to pronounce this, so I'm just gonna stick this in the Discord. My brain wants to say rhinoceroses, but I'm just looking at that and going, "What the fuck?"
Who the rhinoceros? Rhododendrons.
Rhododendrons?
They're flowers, right?
Yeah,
Probably.
yeah. They're like a little pink
Okay.
flowers.
Yeah.
Which is really funny because the palette that it generated is like camo colors.
Oh.
So lots of camo greens and browns.
Well, not in my head. They're purple because lavender. What
does vivacious mean? Let's look
I
that up.
don't know, and I don't know why it's making me think of Null Coward. I probably first read it in a Null Coward thing.
Full of animation and spirit, lively.
Yeah. Yeah, I started Googling it and it gave me attractively lively and animated, typically used of a woman. They took
Well-
what gave me that.
Well, okay then.
But
So she's very bouncy and lively, and somewhere along the line, her horn got busted.
yes.
Too excitable.
Just accidentally smashed herself into a rock wall or something, and it broke. See, this is why you don't mess around on the trampoline. I don't know if any of you have the don't screw around on the trampoline talks as kids, but that was always a thing.
We never had a trampoline, so. I had a trampoline at school. And obviously that was very heavily safety oriented.
Yes. On account of being at school.
Hang on. Well, we were like a kind of sports. We there were two ways you could get into this school, like as a kind of fast track get in. One was as on a sports scholarship thing, and the other was on music. Guess how I got in? But what that meant was we were sort of a very sport-oriented place, and we had like a bunch of people who are very well trained in like sports training and things like that, doing the PE lessons. So they knew their stuff.
Oh, that's good.
I'm gonna get something more puffy sort of situation going on here. I want it to sort of mimic lavender, if possible. What was the name
Got
again?
a poofy tail.
Oh.
Very poofy.
Don't forget that the horn is gone.
I know.
You gotta draw the horn before you can make it have no horn.
Right, that's what the invisible horse. What did my brain just do?
Is this a fake horn? Are they wearing like a horn hat?
Oh yeah, they got a replacement. They have a prosthetic
Oh.
horn.
You've got a prosthetic horn.
That's adorable.
Okay, let's try and do some lines here. Trying to mimic the general, like, way these things are thinged.
These things. What?
You heard me.
Don't do that. My brain is already confused, and I think I just said a Dutch word in the middle of a sentence, and then I just broke it.
I didn't hear a Dutch word.
It's either that, or I thought a Dutch word as I was saying the English word, and it just completely fucked me up.
So this is why I wanted to learn Dutch. To trip you up in the middle of a sentence.
Don't. Like, the more I think about it, the more I'm kind of, like, dreading our portal streams, because my brain is not gonna be able to handle it.
At any point, feel free to go, I'm just gonna speak English for a bit. Or just mute me.
Just, no, I'm not dealing with this anymore. That's a really pointy nose.
Yeah, they kind of got pointy noses. Well, this is a bit too pointy, I feel.
I'm not rats, Chris.
Then what? That's a part
And
horse.
again, it
We've
also
established
depends
this.
on what generation you're going with, because you guys are probably more familiar with the Friendship is Magic generation, which some of them, yes, do have that sort of pointy nose. But My Little Pony has been around since the 80s, and there have been multiple cartoons.
Oh, yeah. I had a couple of I had, like, 3 My Little Pony dolls, and I think they were all from, like, different generations of, like so they didn't look alike at all, whatsoever. Which was
Yeah.
really fun.
They all had their own little personalities
Mhm.
due to design and manufacturing differences.
Yes. But,
You're
yeah, they didn't look at all like the ponies that are around now.
Yeah, some of the older pony, it's sort of weird because the design sort of flipped as far as the toys are concerned. With the older toys, they had sort of fat bodies and little stubby legs.
Mhm.
But with a lot of the toys for the newer ones, they've got like really small bodies and longer legs in comparison. And I'm
Yeah.
not quite sure why.
Uh, I mean, they became more, like, cartoonified, like, standardly, like, cute. As in, like, big head, big eyes, smaller body, longer limbs, kind of thing. Um, while the older ponies looked more like they were more short and stubby, but they looked more akin to, like, actual horses, albeit a little bit simplified and stubby.
what was the cutie mark again?
The flower.
Oh yeah,
Right.
rhododendrons. Rhododendra?
Yeah,
Rhododendron.
I just know I looked at it and I just sort of went, you know what? My brain is just going to keep trying to say rhinoceroses, so I'm not even going to bother.
Do the little twist. I was going to put more detail, but then looking at it, it's just a triangle with twists. Actually, I think I've actually undersold this from the purposes of cartoon design.
Yeah, go bigger. Go bigger.
Give it that 80s hair.
Yeah.
It's got a bit of Bon Jovi going on. Tail.
We're gonna go
actually-
real strong gem in the holograms energy here. I'm probably the only one here who knows what that is, but that's okay.
I have heard of it before. So-
I have not.
Let me grab a picture.
Next week, Gem and the Holograms characters.
I don't know what that means. Like, at least with this, I know what you're talking about when you say My Little Pony. With that, I don't know.
So, Gem in the Holograms was an 80s cartoon that I don't
Like that at all.
really remember much of because I only saw it sort of in little bits and pieces. But if I remember correctly, she had like magic earrings that would be used for finding various things or solving various problems.
I thought you were going to say murders then.
Her
Yes.
magic earrings for murdering.
I mean, if Jem wanted to do a murder, it was probably deserved.
No, solve murders.
Nah, do murder.
Rhododendra.
Just draw some flowers and color them pink.
These are not the easiest. Where did the is the mark on the leg or the side of the body or
It's on, like, the leg.
the leg?
Like, hip
It's
area?
at like their hip, like the rump area.
On the haunch.
I thought you were going to say honk then. On the honk.
No. I was not gonna say that, after what Logan said yesterday, I don't want to. I don't like the implications of that.
I mean, we could have a goose themed My Little Pony. Sure, that'll happen.
Also, hi, Christy.
Was it Christy?
Ah,
Oh,
Christy's gone.
Christy has vanished.
I said hi and then went.
Spooked him away.
Hi,
Hi.
Hi!
I'm panicking.
No, don't
it's
panic.
okay.
How do?
I'm panicky.
No. Try again.
This is a real cute pony.
There you go. I'm trying to work out how to draw rhododendra.
He's better be biblically accurate rhododendron. That's miss.
I can try. I can only try.
Isn't the biblically that's a hard word, accurate rhododendron just a rhododendron? They're like, if you've ever tried to draw one, you've had a bad time.
Well, I'm discovering that now. So. Whatever. This is gonna look a bit more like a Hawaiian shirt than anything else.
Fine, you don't have to draw very accurate rhododendron.
No, but I want.
No, maybe both of these ponies live in sort of the same area, but
Miss asked for a biblically accurate rhododendron, not a factually accurate rhododendron.
Okay, I can make it biblically accurate.
just put it on fire or give it eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Or give it wheels.
Mr. Mars. Yeah.
Because wheels are a thing that. Oh, you're. I see what you're doing here.
Little eyes.
That's actually kind of a fun creature design.
Yeah.
Am I not seeing what's happening?
and put it on fire.
And it's also on fire.
Oh, I had to zoom in.
Yeah, he turned all the little stalks into little eyeballs.
Yeah.
Well, the palette was camo, but they're lavender, so screw that.
Me, you don't have to color it.
I'm going to
Okay.
color. It's block color. It's fine.
Did you say camo?
Yeah, it's like camouflage.
Yeah, on
colour.
the so we've got 2 generators. One is from Fantasy Name, which just gives a list of names, and then there's also one that gives a more detailed description, including potentially a color palette. And the color palette that came up for this one was sort of camo palette, lots of camo greens and camo browns.
No.
Thank you, Miss. Thank you, Miss.
Moss from Labyrinth? I don't know. We will watch that someday.
Is Moss the little gremlin cheap drew?
No, it's literally moss
Oh.
with eyeballs, just sort of hanging out on the wall.
Nice. I'm liking the sound of that.
Basically, in the labyrinth, a lot of the time, the question of does this have to be a puppet, the answer they went is yes, even if most of the time the answer should have been no. So it's like moss on a wall of a labyrinth. Does that have to be a puppet? And someone went yes, and so they made it a puppet.
That's just Toy Story. Well, Toy Story 4, I'm told.
Is it working out for you, Chris?
Oh, that fill tool. Ugh.
It's fine. I'm used to the fill bucket having an expand option. Anyway, talk amongst yourselves.
No.
No, we're just gonna stare at what you're doing in silence.
Okay, talk to other people then.
I imagined it that color. Strange. Bit more pink,
Now
maybe.
reminded. So when I was a kid, we had this My Little Pony computer game
Yes.
where you got to design your own pony and click through different colors for like the hair and whatnot. And I'm just suddenly strongly reminded of that. I don't know if I still have that CD anywhere. And if I do
Oh.
still have the CD, I don't know if it would still work on any modern machine.
Oh,
Yeah.
it wouldn't. I tried many of my old CD-ROM games, and 10 plus years ago they didn't work.
It might have more backwards compatibility things now, you know?
Maybe.
Yeah, that's true.
10
'Cause, I mean, there's a
plus
lot
years
of
ago, people were like...
there's some video games, like especially a lot of the older ones that you can buy on GOG, where it's not exactly running on your computer OS. It's running in a DOS box that's running in the computer on your OS.
Yeah, your computer is running a different computer that's running the game.
So basically, you've got a little mini emulator that runs just that game.
Damn. Speaking of, there are those websites that have really obscure old games that I found out have a game that's been haunting my mind. An old Beauty and the Beast CD-ROM game that I just was distraught about not being able to play again. So I want to play that sometime.
Play old games, they're fun.
Yeah.
Pew pew.
In my case, now that you're older, maybe you can actually like get past the first level.
Classic.
There is that.
Me and Aladdin.
There's a lot of games out there that I sort of enjoyed the idea of as a kid, but child me did not have the coordination to handle things.
Oh no, not at all.
Mood. With me, it was half that and no, actually 20% that and mostly because of language barriers and not knowing what things are.
Oh, also that, yes.
Yeah.
Games were in English, I did not know.
Why won't clicking this weird icon work? Oh, it's the restart button. How would I have known?
Don't shade it.
Oh, it'll be quick. Don't worry about it.
Chris, I
what-
just realized that with your color palette choice, you've essentially just made Pinkie Pie, but given her a hat.
Nice. Good for them.
And I don't even know if you know who Pinkie Pie is to appreciate that.
No. I don't know who anyone is.
There's a reason I already knew the color palette. I like these proportions better. It's like old school, what was it called again? Pony friendship something.
Yeah, it does have a little, like, of the old school quality of it, of, like, just chunk.
Well, the description was that they had a round body, so.
Yes, and
Yeah,
you
it's
did it.
fun.
It also looks like they're twisting their body in a real funky way.
They're dancing.
It's
And
a real
then-
happy don't.
Yeah.
There.
Glittery hair. Something to do with space. What was the name again?
Astral Lavender.
Astral lavender. I knew there was something to do with space. There we go. Space lavender. Done. We'll leave it there. I won't do highlights. Right, I missed like 20
Don't
minutes
render.
of chat. Look, this is a style I'm actually like happy with during one of these streams.
Okay, let me let's rephrase that then. Don't render it here.
Yeah,
Sure.
you can do it after.
There they are. They've degraded slightly.
Hans.
My little Hans.
Little Hans.
Oh
Anyway.
dear.
Right. Well, there we go. That went all right.
All right.
I guess. Hey, Christy's here. Yay, Christy's here. Christy. So I guess the Ragdoll gets a prompt from Christy. Does Christy have the website?
No, I do not. Just a second.
There are two of them. Hang on, let me put them both in. Thing. Ragdoll, which one would you like?
Let's go with a descriptive one. Just keep with the theme, which is
Okie
right
dokie.
there.
Oh, there we go. Ragdoll's on it.
Okay.
Right, what did I miss?
Ooh. Oh my god, this name is amazing. Okay, Ragdoll, you got. Your new character is an Earth Pony. Your character is female and her name is Little Flurry. And yes, Flurry, not
Oh.
Flurry.
Flurry.
Little Flurry is of average height while having a rough figure. She is mostly mute. She has no additional information about her. Oh. Well, her personality can be described as tasteless. Her cutie mark is themed around grapes.
Grapes.
More
Tasteless
flames!
Little Flurry.
Was it, what was it based around?
Earth.
No, the cutie mark.
Oh, sorry, grapes.
Grapes. Okay,
Oh,
not
grapes.
flames.
Okay.
Grapes.
It's an Earth Pony.
Yes.
know
So
what
Earth Pony is the way they refer to just regular horse in the new gen.
Oh.
So sea ponies are the mer ponies. Unicorns are unicorns. Pegasus are Pegasus, and then Earth ponies are just it's a horse.
Oh.
So funny. The earth ponies of the earth. They walk on the land.
It's the earth. It's the earth ponies. You know,
That's
it's
what they
like
call.
other than the ponies that grow in trees.
Which is funny
I
because
thought it
there's
was
a
something
family
called
of
like
earth
that.
ponies. There's a family of earth ponies that have an apple orchard in the
Yeah.
newer gen.
Apple pie or whatever.
Yeah.
Applejack, I think. Yes.
They call those sky earth ponies.
As opposed to earth ponies.
Yes.
Just-
I really like that the earth pony is tasteless.
They're
Just
just
very
chasing.
rude pony. Little Flurry is just so rude.
So you're a horse? No, I'm an earth pony.
It's a
Yeah,
Karen.
that fits with the tasteless thing, I think. It works.
This is
Applejack.
a Karen by the beach eating grapes in a bikini, like having a bill.
So we've got just so many people at the beach now,
Everyone is at the
and we
beach.
have
It's a beach
lesbian rights
party.
sharks shouting lesbian rights at them.
I mean, to be fair, Stella Lavender, whatever their name was, don't know where they are. I
At
don't
the
think they know.
beach.
I don't think they know where they are. To be fair, but
They're now at the beach, Chris.
I was
Yeah,
going to
that's
draw them in
beautiful.
space, but then I realized I did that last time. So they're in space with the banana peel Furby.
Yeah.
I would have imagined that something like an earth pony in the My Little Pony universe would have been like, you're connected to the earth and have like
Yeah, like
powers or
Earthbender.
like
Well,
a
I mean, like I
special
said, we've
pendant.
got a whole
Oh.
family of earth ponies that run an apple orchard, so you've got that.
Earth ponies also sounds like they're setting up for like alien ponies.
Yeah.
Yeah. Next
But
question.
that would imply that, this is Earth.
Oh yeah. This is the post-apocalypse where the radiation turned everyone into ponies.
Right, yeah.
Classic.
Oh, my poor knees. Oh. Don't wanna be horse.
Let's see. There's also zebras. I think the Friendship is Magic one has characters that are griffins, which, yes, I know those are not horses.
I mean,
So,
at this point, I don't know why I expect anything to be horses.
no magical earth ponies, but griffins, yes.
There's a Minotaur for some reason.
Very horse.
Why is this
Well,
turning
there
into
might
Greek
be a Minotaur
mythology?
character.
I just made that up. Don't worry about it. Yeah, if I just sort of randomly click through to see what. Yeah, there's a hippogriff. That's canon.
Yeah.
Pegasus, unicorn, zebra, sea pony, changeling.
Yep.
Changeling? Wait, hold on.
It's a
Although I
reformed
think there's
in
only
changeling.
one.
sense?
I think there's only one changeling.
But this is a reformed changeling. I don't know what that means.
Yes.
Reformed change.
No, wait, no, there's more than one changeling. It's just that only. Okay, it's a hive mind situation.
Oh,
What?
They're like bugs. They're like horse bugs.
it's like Starship Troopers.
Wait.
Insert fan art of My Little Pony Starship Troopers here.
No, but they're it's a weird hive mind situation where you've got like the queen changeling and all the others are like drones.
Okay. Do they know what changeling means? Just
Well,
in
they
general?
do, because the fun thing is the part of they look like bugs. They're like bug horse things, but they can change themselves to look like other horses. One of the changelings,
Okay, yeah, sorry.
I think the queen changeling shows up in an episode and like tries to turn into one of the unicorn, one of the winged unicorns, to like mess up her wedding or something because
Right, I
that
forgot
happens.
we have, sorry, cultural difference here. I was operating under a different definition of changeling than shapeshifter.
Ah,
I
Oh.
was operating under changeling as in, child has been taken away by the fairies. Fairies put a different child in place. That
Oh.
kind of changeling.
I mean, it sort of works there too because they're sort of, again, with fairy things, the way their bug features are set up, it is sort of reminiscent of like fairy type things. And there is a sort of thing where it's like, you've been replaced with the changeling, or this pony has been replaced with a changeling.
If you go on the My Little Pony wiki, which I won't necessarily recommend, the second picture when you look up changelings is of two little aliens with pencils up their noses.
Alien horses?
Why?
They appear to be signing a contract with the pencils up their nose.
Oh, I think they're holding it in their mouth, which is close to their nose.
It seems to be going over the mouth. If you look at the lines, that's going over the mouth.
Maybe.
They've
It's
got
a
them stuck
bit
up their
weird.
nose.
Also, it is not helped by the fact that the pencils are the same color as the
Yeah, not.
thing. That does not help.
Was it the front page or what was it?
What was that? Oh, just on the changelings wiki.
Right.
The wiki for the wiki page for the changelings on the My Little Pony wiki. I almost managed to make that a sentence in 2 attempts, but it failed. I blame learning Dutch.
You cannot blame everything on learning Dutch, okay?
I'm not sure I could blame anything on learning Dutch. No, do you know what I can blame on learning Dutch? Is Duolingo did not let me share my streak today because I'm on 69 days. And I was like, I'm going to share that. And it didn't let me.
How dare it? Also nice.
Thank you, miss.
Can't find any aliens with pencils up their noses, but changelings look cool. Ponies, that is.
Yeah, they got a
Yeah.
kind of.
And like
I can
they're like bug puns.
With a slight redesign, I can imagine them appearing in Will the Myth.
Yeah.
Kind of.
I can't really articulate why I feel that. But I do, strongly. Capitalized Dutch, I can do that.
No,
You
don't
already
keep-
capitalized the C? No. Let's go to the thing. I don't know if it'll happen automatically.
Well, we'll just have to run through all of the quotes until it pops up. Let's see.
Don't add any more quotes while I've got the thing up. Here's all the quotes.
So many of them.
53
Okay.
of them, it looks like.
I can't remember whether it opens the document every time it looks for a quote or whether it saves them all in memory, and it probably does the latter, so it's not going to be updated until next time. It's fine. Grapes.
If there's no donkeys, it makes me mad.
No
Eh,
donkeys. We shall change this with our own legally distinct. Our
new donkey?
massive, our massive
you
donkey.
You joke, but someone has already done that
Oh.
sort of.
Our massive donk.
No, okay, so there was a so turns out a lot of people who a lot of people who are interested, there's a large overlap with people who are interested in My Little Pony and people who just have all sorts of weird technical skills. Um so there was a gentleman who decided to start trying to make a My Little Pony like 2D fighting game.
Right.
Got a cease and desist, but was
Naturally.
already mostly done with like the majority of the back end stuff and went right. So if I just sort of file off the lines here, and it's funny because the creatures still have more or less the same shape as the recent gen My Little Ponies, but it's now different animals, including I think in at least one case the cow. And it's now on sale on Steam, so you can get fighting herds.
Nice.
And if you look at it and go, yeah, this started as My Little Pony fan art.
Them's fighting. Oh, I've just come across the 3D My Little Ponies. They're 3D now. I guess 2021.
3D Milo. What? Why are they 3D?
They're 3D now.
no.
Why? Why do they turn everything 3D?
I don't know. They all look the same now, which is a bit weird.
Equestria Daily.
Yeah, I'm not fond of those designs.
No.
The reason everything must be 3D is
They-
because it's faster to animate.
No, because it's cheaper to make because the computer artists are not unionized.
True. There's that as well.
Mm. No.
3D, they should have went with the old school chunky design.
Yeah.
That would have been nice.
Turn the 90s ponies into the 3D, new 3D. See how many people just immediately go away.
Oh.
Because the fun thing is with the Friendship is Magic, it actually didn't take that long to do animation stuff because the way it's set up, they've basically got just it's set up a sort of like flash animation type thing where you've got the different asset parts and you sort of can move them like puppetry stuff, which makes it a lot faster to animate once you have the parts of it, which led to one background pony that people lovingly called Derpy Hooves or something like that because since it was in the background, they weren't paying that close attention to the assets, and her eyeballs ended up being cross-eyed.
Baby hooves.
Yeah. Also, looking at the original designs, the 3D models are actually closer to those than the modern 2D ones, which is a bit strange.
Yeah, these 3D designs look like toys, and not necessarily in a good way, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
It
They look malleable, which I'm not a fan of.
it looks like a toy in the sense of you could pull off their head from their
Yeah.
neck, which is not like the greatest design for like an animated show.
They look more like they're made of something like plasticine than Wallace and Gromit do. I don't know how that's possible, but
Yeah. I don't like it.
it's weird.
Okay, well, here's my pony.
But hey, they tried.
Yeah.
Yeah, grapes.
Tried to give them sort of a rude
Flurry.
face, like they're telling a bad joke.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're the mean girl.
In very poor taste.
Yes, very poor taste.
Right, I guess it's now Jib get prompt for Christy.
Yes.
Yay.
Yeah. Squeeble.
Oh, okay. Christy, your
Yes.
new character is a Pegasus. Your character is
Oh, wait.
male, and his name is Buttonheart.
Oh,
Buttonheart
cute.
is not very tall while having a thin figure. He is missing both wings and uses prosthetics to accommodate.
Ah,
Oh my
double prosthetics in this stream.
He has no additional information about him. His personality can be described as glamorous.
Ooh.
His cutie
Ooh.
mark is themed around art.
Oh God,
god.
he's an artiste.
He's an artist.
Glamorous artiste.
I wanted to make a derp, but now I don't know. Can I make
mean,
a derp?
Of course.
As always, you are free to ignore any descriptor that you
Yeah.
want. We've all been doing that.
Just make whatever Buttonheart speaks to you.
Maybe this one. Yeah, I am looking at reference.
Oh yeah.
Of course.
Don't worry about that.
This one's pretty majestic. Okay.
I mean, it's not like we have to worry about you finding the actual character to base your drawing off of on account of the fact that these characters do not exist. Make the
But
button heart of your heart,
it-
yes.
when it's equine prosthesis representation, I gotta do it good. Can't make it derp.
Aesthetic wings.
Yeah, the
Icarus.
wings part I'm not too looking too forward to.
I mean, at least since they're prosthetic wings and not the original wings, you can sort of make them look like whatever. Because it's not like prosthetic arms and legs look like exactly like actual legs and arms and hands and feet.
Yeah. It just make sure that they're biblically accurate prosthetics.
Yeah, of course.
Did we also Christie's good art? The doggo.
Yeah, good doggo.
There was the good doggo.
That was a good doggo. You made a good doggo,
You
Christy.
made a good doggo.
Oh, right.
Christy forgot about her own good doggo.
Yeah.
We will remind you of good doggo. Okay, good doggo.
Because when I made it, I didn't exactly think good doggo, I must say.
It's good doggo.
Long doggo.
Long doggo.
Yeah, I thought long snoot.
There's actually no foreshortening in that at all. They just look like that.
Biblically accurate doggo. No.
With biblically accurate snoot.
I mean, I know it's probably because you're still doing sketch to figure out structure and stuff, but right now it looks like he's wearing a collared shirt, and I kind of dig it.
It has a very toned muscle. But I do think I will do that though.
Yes.
It was a fabulous pony after all.
Yes, he is glamorous. He
Glamorous.
must be
right?
glamour.
Must be glamorous.
He's dressed up all pretty for the art show.
Yeah.
Sorry, I got distracted while looking for Christy Doggo on Tumblr, and she posted a thing about American history and Metal Gear Solid. It was distracting, okay?
Good. Be distracted, Chris.
Of course, the question now is it about actual history or is it about quote
I mean,
unquote history?
I
Actual
don't know if
history.
it's accurate, but
Well, Wikipedia accurate.
it's fun. It's a it, it's about this town called. It starts with this town called Whitestown, which is in the U.S., which was named after Albert S. White, who was a known abolitionist. Even so, the name is like misleading to that sense when it's like phrased as, "Oh, this town has, have historical ties to racism in Indiana." But it's because of abolitionism and not because of being racist.
Hey, oops.
That sucks. Change your
Yeah,
name.
that happens. There's
Was
also
that-
a town called Slaughterville.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the post then goes on to talk about Lynchburg, which was named after somebody called John Lynch, who was also anti-slavery.
Yes. But his brother is named Charles Lynch, which is
Yeah,
what lynching is named after.
Oh, God.
that was the joke. and
And then
and somebody,
someone posted a picture of Metal Gear Solid, the twin snakes.
John Lynch, abolitionist, and Charles Lynch, the person for whom lynching is named, and also a Metal Gear called Whitestown. The like chats we have while drawing ponies. Hey, there's a couple of places in America that sound racist but are anti-racist. Hooray!
Good job, America.
Yeah, we do
You got a lot
that
of places to name.
sometimes. Like I said, there's another place called Slaughterville, which is not named because of either people get slaughtered there or the fact that there's a slaughterhouse there. It
I
was
oops.
named after the Slaughter family who ran a grocery store.
Yeah.
My grandpa's favorite author was named Slaughter.
Mm.
That was I was always scared of his books until I learned it was a name.
Listen, this is just a name. It's pronounced Slaughter.
In Danish we say Slaughter.
Slaughter.
Cloud.
Pump it. Slaughter. God, I don't think I've been making a Black Eyed Peas reference this stream.
That's the most pop cultural you'll ever be.
I knew of the Black Eyed Peas. They were hip when I was a kid. Hey, how you doing, Oops? You doing alright? Welcome to the little punners. So far, we have drawn. No, yeah, we have to. We've drawn. No, one pony. Because we had a Pegasus, a unicorn, and a shark.
Yeah. There's one Earth pony.
Oh, Earth
Which
pony.
is
Yeah, it was an Earth
apparently what you
pony.
call a horse.
Yeah, as opposed to the Sky Earth ponies, which are different. I used to read a lot of Karen Slaughter books. That's a name. She used that name to sell the books. Don't recommend for a cozy time. Got it.
Like
Laser
so Eurovision performances. Oh, that's great.
Nice. What was I was watching something to do with Eurovision the other day? What was it? Oh, they also revealed the logo, I guess, for Eurovision this year. And it's a sight for the eyes. Which makes sense given what it's designed to be.
God. That's an eyesore.
It's quite something, isn't it?
They want to blast your eyes out, Jesus. That's a lot.
So the idea behind it is that it's a kind of a mixture of red and blue, or pink and blue, I guess, from British flag, but also the yellow and blue from the Ukrainian one. Because obviously they were supposed to hold it. But
Right. Yeah, I get it.
but at the
But
same time,
Like, don't look at this with your lights off. You'll go blind.
so I can only imagine what the light show of the actual show is going to look like.
Oh God, don't say that. It's gonna be a repeat of last year where there's so many strobe lights. Like
And
all
and
strobe lights.
but you need to bear in mind that it is going to be held in Britain this year, so half of them aren't going to work.
Right. Love that.
Think Belgium might stand a chance this year. Ooh.
I'm so I saw this and it just really made me laugh for some reason. It just I don't know why it made me laugh, but just the UK Ray.
What? UK what?
Like they wrote like Ukraine and then they like highlighted the UK to like really emphasize the like collaboration, I guess. I don't know.
UK rain. That makes perfect sense. Yeah, no, actually I'm on board with that. UK rain, yes.
Yeah, it makes sense, but also it really made me laugh for some reason.
Yeah, it does feel very
we're wet.
the UK's got to insert themselves into everything, don't they? Type vibes.
But also, we inadvertently just mentioned that it's just always raining here. So
UK rain.
UK rain.
It's also I guess it also like immediately made me think of like Brexit, but just like UK rain. We have Ukraine now. This is
It's
ours.
that old meme. Relationship ended with EU. Ukraine is now new best friend.
Yeah. Screw the EU. We're now gonna become part of Ukraine. The UK as a province of Ukraine, I guess. That's what we're going for.
Mm.
I mean, if it works, I guess.
Note the presence of the word if.
Chance this year. I love that you immediately followed it up with "We really don't," but the song is okay. That
Hey, the song being okay is a pretty, that's a decent hurdle to get over for Eurovision. Did you see Germany last year?
Yeah, the bar is low.
Was Germany the banana one?
No, that was Norway. Germany was the hands.
Oh, I think I blocked it out.
Hands? No, that was the year before.
Oh, that was the year before.
Last year it was just a guy with the guitar.
Oh, that's why I don't remember it. That's
Exactly,
why I remember the hands. Right.
It was like safest, most
I was
boring,
immediately going back
un-Eurovision.
to the better Eurovision.
Yeah. You've blocked out last year, which is fair enough. Watch the banana song. What a bop! Yeah.
I mean, no wonder you don't remember it. The whole point of Eurovision, as far as I can tell, is to be over the top and glamorous. And if you're just a guy with a guitar, that's the opposite of that.
So many just people last year. I don't remember any of them.
All you need to know is that the UK came second. That's how bad that year was. We usually come dead last.
Yeah, I'm genuinely trying to remember anything other than like Norway's fuckery with the banana song and like the masks and everything.
There was a song about washing hands, like a lady in a chair with like weird choir people around her. Well, not choir,
the one that felt like weirdly religious.
Yeah, I like that one. That was good. There was the one that sounded like a kind of weird 60s Bond theme that no one but me liked.
No, I don't remember that one.
Yeah.
I made a noise like I remembered it. I don't.
Yeah, if you're a guy with a guitar and a mediocre 4-chord song, you're gonna fail. Exactly. If I can predict where your song's gonna go,
Mhm.
it's not no. And that song was the most generic 4-chord structure. It's bloody 1564 or whatever.
It was the one where we all went. This was in Italy's top one for like
Oh
weeks.
yes, yeah, it was like
We're all
number
like,
one for
why?
6 weeks.
Yeah.
And it was like a duet between somebody who could rap and somebody who couldn't sing.
I remember
I mean,
Lewis especially hating that one.
that describes a lot of songs that have a rap verse in them.
True, yeah. He climbed on the piano, yeah.
Yeah, that one. I
That somebody bought like a bunch of effects rain plugins to stick on the camera during their
oh
song. They
yeah,
got like Adobe
the one
Premiere
that
and
weirdly looked like cum.
yes.
I
I didn't want to
don't remember
say,
any of the acts, but I do.
Yeah, Eurovision's a time. I've seen 2 on one night because the one I watched was so bad that we went to the previous year that was good. But it's a time. Lovely
Yeah.
outfit.
And
Yeah,
moving
look
back
at
to
that.
this, as Miss says, yes, this is a great outfit.
Yeah.
I'm assuming the harness there is going to be for the prosthetic wings.
Yeah.
Nope. Just they like wearing a harness.
It's both fashion and practical.
Yeah.
Yes. There is
Yeah, well, I mean,
so glam.
if it's something you gotta wear regularly, it might as well be something that you look good in.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I say that this not as someone who has to wear prosthetics, but as someone who has to wear glasses, which I guess in a certain way is sort of prosthetics for your eyes? Question mark.
Yeah.
It's
It's prosthetic
certainly
lenses, yeah, I guess.
aid.
Yeah, it's yeah, kind of.
Like most people don't quote unquote consider it a disability, but that's just because it's so easy to get a hold of. But that's just because we've decided it's the one thing that we will make easy to accommodate, unlike everything else.
Yeah. I mean, I'm pretty disabled without my glasses.
Exactly.
Yeah, I couldn't drive without my glasses, and considering the majority of the US is just allergic to public transportation because of reasons I will not get into, yeah, I wouldn't be able to do much without my glasses. Also, I wouldn't have been able to do much in school either. That's actually how they figured out I needed glasses, because I went from being in a long rectangular room where the board was on the long side, and so everyone was sort of close to the board, to long where the board is on the short side, and I was sort of closer to the back of the class and could no longer see what was on the board.
Mm. I think a lot of kids have found out that way.
Yeah, sorry, I'm just scrolling through Eurovision logos through the years. Ours is just the most offensive on the eyes. I haven't come across one that looks as striking as that.
I mean, it really is just like the worst, like vibrancy of colors. I'm
Well,
trying to think of the word, but
I get the theory, but like,
yes.
I mean, a lot of these have like a dark blue background, and dark blue is one of the colors of this motif. Like, you could.
Yeah, but there is a difference between a like nice dark blue and a dark blue that will blast your eyes out.
Yeah.
Especially combined with like vibrant yellow and hot pink and everything.
It's a whole thing. I don't even know what our entry is. Have we worked that out yet?
I am going in completely blind for every Eurovision, so
I know there was a story that the lead singer of the the Sex Pistols was going to try and get in under Island's entry. I don't think he did. It's as much as I know. I thought your right side was fine for a long time, then you got into class in high school where it was a long room and you were at the back, you couldn't see anything on the board. Yeah. I
Sorry.
Hmm?
I'm just
No.
trying to figure out how prosthetic wings would look.
watch the music video to Losing My Religion by R.E.M.
Yeah, just do that on stream real quick.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, all things considered, they may or may not be magic powered, so
Oh yeah, good point.
Yeah, just start with wings.
Start with wings and work your way in.
you can just sort of make them a shape and go from there.
Well, yeah, Kira, if you know, if you spend your whole life just seeing blobs everywhere, you're like, this is how people see the world.
Mm-hmm.
Then you get glasses, and it's like, what? Detail?
There's detail in things.
And this is coming from somebody who doesn't wear glasses, but who recently went to the opticians and they put a lens on. I was like, oh.
Oh.
That's what things are supposed to look like.
Did I used to see like that? That's pretty neat. I'm at the point where I don't need glasses right now, but I probably will next time I go. So it was also one of those fun things where I was like, I'm pretty sure it's my right eye that's the worst. And then he covered up the right eye. I was like, no, it's the left one. Whoops.
Can be
I've
happy.
been hiding so many details. Yeah, it's like we're finally able to turn up the graphic settings on the
Yeah.
game.
RTX on. We've got ray tracing now. In reality.
Things aren't going to just pop in suddenly.
We've jumped up to Ultra HD. It's like when they, first got color.
Which, speaking of pop in, so the last few times I've been playing Valheim, mainly was just going through and clearing out stuff around base. It was always sort of funny walking back towards the base because Dark has the harbor set up, but different elements of the harbor apparently have different levels of distance
Oh,
for
right,
when
yeah.
they suddenly pop into view. So I'll see like the giant fire pit he's got set up there, and then the wall will pop in.
Yeah. You see fires from a long way away. Get closer, it's like, what is that thing? Oh, it's got a wall around it. Okay. You're -7 and -7.45 nearsighted. I don't know what those numbers mean.
That's prosthetic enough, isn't it? And wingy enough.
I mean, it's at least steampunk looky.
Yee.
It looks really cool, Christy. I
Thanks.
also really like how, sassy you made it look.
Thanks.
They are too good for you.
I just got my optician thing to see if those numbers made sense with what I have, and I don't understand any of these numbers at all. There's so
Well,
many
that's
numbers, I don't know what
okay.
they mean.
I'm sure most of the numbers are not meant for you. They're meant for whoever is designing your prosthetic eyes.
Prosthetic lenses. Yeah, that's alright. Recommended that I go in a year and a half's time. So we're all good. We're all good. As somebody who doesn't drive. So
Yeah, you sort of have to worry a little bit less about your eyes being able to see things accurately from a distance.
It's very important if you're driving.
And we have an eyeball on the cutie mark.
Another eye! We have an eye motif.
Yeah, there's so many eyes going on this
Yeah.
stream.
I'm just going to assume, Ragdoll, that your grapes were closed eyes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, they could be. It would work.
Who knows, you could get better by that time, because that's the thing that can apparently happen. I mean, if it can get worse, it could randomly get better. Biology's weird. Things happen randomly, and sometimes random things are good. That's the nature of random. There are so many different types of My Little Pony. Wait, hang on,
Yeah.
hang on. Oh, there's one here where it's like the old ones meet the new ones. But they've kind of tried to draw the old style in the new style, kind of?
What?
That sounds awful.
It's
Yeah,
kind of works, question mark?
Show. It...
Sort of.
Oh, that's sort of fun. Okay, so these three in particular. So with the new set, ponies get reused and sort of rebooted in different gens. And I think so. There at the top, you've got Twilight Sparkle, and I think if I remember correctly, so the one on the left is the one from the Friendship is Magic, but the one on the right, I think that's what she originally looked like in one of the older generations.
Oh.
She didn't have wings then.
Well, she didn't have
prosthetics.
wings at the start of Friendship is Magic either. That's a plot point.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Story. It's deep lore. You wouldn't understand.
Right, yeah, no. It's really interesting because
They got
like
really into
it's like
REM.
the same like line style, but the ones on the right are obviously like much more like 3D shaded
Yeah.
with like very soft shading and such.
They've got defined like noses and
Mm-hmm.
or snouts.
Yeah. I mean, it's also just very interesting how much like their shape language has changed since like their first iteration and the last one. Yeah.
Also,
Is-
the irises don't have outlines anymore. It's a
Right.
weird change.
Yeah. But yeah, the
That
ones on the
might
left.
be now. Like I said, I don't know for sure because, like I said, the ponies from the Friendship is Magic to were animated in like a Flash style, where you've got the various elements that are stacked together and then moved around puppetry like. So that might partially have something to do with what was easiest to make the eyeballs work in that program they were using.
Yeah. That's fair. Can we just? I'm just zoomed in on the cutie mark here.
It's just getting more and more detailed.
It's a glitter eye.
Yeah. Like glitter. Very glam.
I just like the idea that everything's sort of like very cartoony, but the cutie mark is just rendered photorealistic at all times.
I tried in simple, but I can't. So there you
Mm,
go.
Hey, you do the rest of them.
yeah. Looks great.
It's a real eye. Yes.
Now it's kind of horror now that I've zoomed out. Horror can be fabulous.
Fabulous horror.
Yeah. There you
Oh,
go.
my brain. Sorry, my brain's like, that could be a video. No. Horror fashion. The Babadook on a runway.
A fabulously horrible, gorgeous pony.
Neat. Don't encourage me, Kira. Too many stupid ideas. Yeah, it's good. With prosthetic wings.
Yay.
And a cool sweater.
I love Button Heart.
Yeah,
Buttonheart, that was their name.
I forgot about that. At least I included hearts.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hearts, yeah.
Button Heart.
And the buttons for the harness, I guess. You don't button up a harness, do you?
This
Button up
one,
the
Depends on the
sweater.
harness, I guess.
Also, Duolingo, being an American program, is like reprogramming my brain to think sweater instead of jumper. Even though I'm supposed to be learning the Dutch word,
Yeah, it's
trouw, but
yeah, I know it's US because it's really annoying because it's like starting to like teach me like activities, I guess, and it's like it translates like the Spanish word for football into soccer, which is really annoying because it's football or something similar in literally any other language.
Miss Rage quit the
Yeah,
owl app.
I don't, because you've got a lot of softwares where it'll have like two different English settings. Like I notice this whenever I'm looking through the settings with like Microsoft Office products, because you can change the settings in there. And they've got English US and English
Yeah.
UK as two separate options. Now, I have a feeling that's partially because of the spell check.
Yeah.
Um,
Which I've not run into a
But-
problem with that, but then again, I haven't had to talk about flavour or. Also, you don't type in English in Duolingo, do you? Because they
No.
want to. They have a sort of multiple choice thing for it, but it's basically like, we're here to teach you the other language. You're going to do as little heavy lifting with English as possible,
Yeah. I mean, I think
or your original language, not English.
I think that's also mostly because, you know, people in other languages are gonna be using Duolingo in English because it
Yeah.
doesn't translate from their language to the language they want to learn.
Wait, so are you learning Spanish via English?
Yes, I am.
Wow. I've only just like you've shown me screenshots of it. It didn't click.
Yes, if I have to like
You're
go through
learning a
Duolingo,
third-hand
I have to
language.
learn the language in English, which is another kind of mindfuck. Completely.
You're learning a language third hand. Like,
Yeah.
wow.
I mean, on one hand, it sort of makes sense because it was made by. It is made by an American company. But also, yeah, that's awkward.
Yeah.
Also, I'm done.
Yay!
Yeah.
Boring because I can't help myself.
It's
Oh, that's all right.
good.
I shaded mine.
You color
Yes.
yours.
We did elect to draw horses of our own free will, but they're cartoon horses, so it's fine. Well, I found the wiki and then I said we're doing it, so I volunteered you all.
Yeah.
Add. Hang on.
I did have some screenshots about Duolingo I want to share today. Because it went really self-indulgent, Duolingo, today. When it went for activities. Where did it go? Yeah, it gave me, like, the sentence, my favorite movie is Duolingo on the computer, which is
Wow, Duolingo.
Wow.
Your favorite movie?
my favorite
What the
movie is
directors are-
Duolingo on the computer.
Well then.
That doesn't make any sense.
No, it doesn't.
Like, if it was my favorite pastime is Duolingo on the computer, maybe. But movie?
It didn't make any sense, and I was just looking at it like, what is this? Like, I knew what it was supposed to be because they had, like, a picture of the Duolingo owl, like, with a computer, but it was just, like, still, like, what?
I mean, I guess if you're dealing with a language where movie is the closest equivalent to the word you're needing to use, but not for Spanish. I don't know.
Can
Oh
someone
well.
please draw a winky eye and put me out of my misery?
No, don't delete it. It's good. Leave it. Don't delete it.
No.
Go
No!
back!
No! Control Z! No!
Don't have Control C. I'm on an iPad.
Go
No!
back!
Command Z.
Press
press
the
the
undo
back.
button.
There's an undo button at the top. I'm trying to remember. There was a sentence from Duolingo today, and I was like, I gotta remember that. And I've forgotten it. Oh, it was. I probably haven't remembered the words correct. I'll just say it in English. It was, are we people or are we lawyers?
What? Not people, famously.
Zijn we mensen of zijn we advocaten?
Yeah.
Something like that.
That's an opinion.
Also, why are you getting a word for lawyers?
I don't. Professions. They taught me a bunch of professions, including Bergmeister.
Okay, I get that one. That's a mayor. That
I mean,
might
I
actually be
guess-
relevant if you have
Oh,
become.
Gamesta
I
and
guess-
Ponies too.
Yeah.
I guess if you get in trouble, you'll have to understand what the word for lawyer is, but
my favorite song from the
They
Killers.
know their audience.
Are we people or are we lawyers? Good times. Also, the word for waiter and waitress have nothing to do with each other. I don't
Oh, is it because they're teaching you like waiter is ober and then waitress is serveerster or
That's
or
it.
what?
Yeah. Yeah.
Something like that.
That,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
that rings a bell.
Uh,
Which was like when I found out that early and earlier aren't the same.
early and earlier aren't the same.
It's something like that. Because Erda and begins with the G. Not Hoch, is it? I don't know.
I don't know what you're trying. I don't know
Anyway,
what.
anyway,
to
let's
refer,
should we do a final one where we all draw one at the same time?
Yeah.
Sure. Speed rounds. 'Cause
Speed
I know-
round,
Horse.
and there's 4 of us, so we can evenly split the canvas.
Yes.
I mean,
I mean-
there's the temptation to do that.
I mean, you could.
Good.
There
That's-
would probably be a revolt.
All sort of wonkiness going on. Nope.
Yeah. They also gave me like a new animal guy. Not animal guy. They gave me a new named animal that's doing things in Duolingo.
Oh, okay.
It's
A new
Yeah,
named
there was
Yeah.
Senor.
Senor Paris the cat, who is
Yeah.
very busy and very happy. And Pedro the dog, who is Mexican, who's also very busy. Who's busy drinking tea without sugar.
Okay,
You know, as dogs tend to do.
as dogs tend to do.
So busy drinking my tea.
That look.
No
but
sugar.
This feels like it could fit into my Overland playthrough. It's fine. Ober is for like butlers. Okay, fair enough.
All right.
Yeah, cool.
Who's giving to who?
Who gives to whom? Are we going for the long one or the short one?
Mm.
Okay.
I'm not changing this one because it's too good.
Fair enough.
Okay, I guess we're just going full descriptive.
Yeah. Should we go backwards from the way we went before?
Sure.
Sure.
So, who did what? So
I give to you.
me. Fair. I give to Ragdoll. Ragdoll to Christy. Christy to you.
I think so.
I guess so. I think that's
Yeah.
how that works. Cool.
Okay.
For the sake of things happening on stream, I will go first so that I'm not trying to talk while also drawing. Ragdoll. I'm giving you a prompt, right? Yes, that's how that works.
And we might want to also just copy things into the Discord because this is going to be a lot of information all at once.
Where's the thing? There's the thing. Okay, your new character is a bat pony. She's female. Her name is Mist Nature. Of average height and muscly. Blind in both eyes. She says ace rights. Tactless and cutie mark themed around strawberries. There you go.
So tactless and with cutie marks themed around strawberries. That's funny.
Ace rights.
Okay, Christy. Your new character is an alicorn, and for your reference, alicorn is what they call the winged unicorns or horned pegasi, however you want to phrase it. So wings and horn. His name is Barry Swirl, who is average height and has a cultish figure. His personality can be described as graceless, and his cutie mark is themed around whales.
Oh.
Which is really funny to me because with the most recent sort of incarnation from Friendship is Magic, alicorns are royalty. So this is a very stumbly royal unicorn.
It's a cutie pie. Who is giving who next?
You to Chib, I believe.
Yes.
Chib.
Yes.
Yours is a moth pony.
Oh.
Yes.
Your character is male and his name is Coconut Bill. Coconut Bill is short while having a slim figure. He is mostly deaf in both of his ears. His personality can be described as kind. His cutie mark is themed around zookeeping.
Okay.
It's your second coconut.
It's my second coconut, yeah.
You've got a lovely bunch of coconuts.
Also, do all of these prompts have disabilities?
No. Some of them do.
Yeah. Okay. Chris.
Hello.
Yours is gonna be a loss, so stay with me.
You right?
Your new character is an earth pony. Normal horse. Your character is agender, and their name is Potato Tails.
Okay. Well, the potatoes are, after all, the earth apples, so...
And
Beautiful.
tails as in stories, not as in tail. Potato Tails is very short while having a plump figure. They have no missing limbs, scarring, or other bodily anomalies. Their interests, that's where it gets a little bit wild, include construction and pole dancing.
Very varied.
I mean, they gotta construct the pole first before they do the pole dancing.
Yeah.
I know what I gotta draw first.
Their personality can be described as vain. In a cruel twist of fate, they are unable to obtain a cutie mark.
Ooh. Cruel twist of fate.
Very cruel.
I made the mistake of deciding to do an action pose for a horse, and now I'm regretting it.
How could you do it to yourself?
Well, I was thinking like rearing up and have the wings out, and then it's like, oh wait, horses.
Hang on, I've got a reference.
It
What are
helps if I
you
have the elbow
referencing?
going in the correct direction. Because that is not the correct direction for an elbow for a horse.
There's a correct direction.
The correct direction
Yes.
is ow.
The correct direction is not the one I initially picked, because it's like, that's not a horse limb, that's more like a human limb.
I wouldn't worry too much about that.
Based on everything we've done on stream so far, no.
Now it's the quiet 3 people
Yeah.
Yeah.
The chill
section of the
Sunday
stream.
end.
Got some lo-fi beats.
Oh, I should make some like lo-fi beats for this part of the stream and this part of the stream alone.
Only this part.
Lo-fi beats to randomly sketch nonsense too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did on the Patreon questionnaire thing. I did as one of the random suggestions of like, hey, any other ideas? One of the jokes was lo-fi beats to wick knife to.
Yes.
And somebody
And-
did say on their response, yeah, that, I want to know what that is.
Yes. As is their legal right.
Oh, that's
Also,
actually a really good
anything
shape.
with wick is just, it needs to be.
I mean, if Wick says so, they have the knife, so.
Yeah, who's gonna argue with him?
Not me. Okay, that's fine. That'll do.
Okay, horse anatomy aside, I'm actually kind of pleased with this wing shape.
Nice.
Which is a weird sentence to say because horses don't usually have wings.
You did say horse anatomy aside.
True.
Harris Heller does good lo-fi beats that are free to use on Twitch streams and YouTube videos and such. Nice. I mean, I'm literally recreating an entire game OST by
I
myself.
don't know why you would tell Chris this.
So this information is rather lost on me. But thank you. It's good for anyone else who wants to stream. I like making all sorts of music. I'm like, oh, let's try that. Let's try. I've never done lo-fi beats. Let's give it a go.
I mean, it at least gives you something to listen to get ideas, I guess. Maybe?
Yeah. I've drawn lo-fi beats.
Yeah. You have.
Lo-fi beats to M2.
Lo-fi beats to BM to. It's a horse.
Of course,
Mine
it's a
does
I
look
mean,
more like a rhino, so
at this point, a horse is whatever you want it to be.
Yeah, I guess so.
Because it's not like I mean, more so with the recent ones, the Friendship is Magic generation does not really look like horses anymore.
I guess I'm including more eyes.
Oh,
more eyes.
I'm looking forward to seeing this.
Oh, I should have gone with the thick line art again. Shouldn't I? Thick and smooth. Insert joke here.
Joke?
I don't know, it just
More
feels like...
IKEA jokes. Make your own.
Yeah, make your own. Something thick and smooth, it sounds like you should go, oh, just like something or other. But I don't know. I don't know things. You expect me to know things?
Usually, maybe.
I'm a mathematician.
Yes, and you're also very smart.
Pup is streaming.
Is that a pep? Exciting times.
Puppy, puppy. Now that's about as detailed as those are going to get. You make a horse muscular.
Hmm.
Race them a lot?
Nope.
Need more drawing wise. Where are horse muscles? What even are horse muscles?
I don't know.
Horses are muscle.
Yeah.
I mean, arguably, parts of horses are not muscle, considering their legs or fingers.
Yeah.
I don't want to think about that.
Thing. Themed around zookeeping.
Yeah, I hadn't read that one when I got very excited about the moth part.
They clearly keep nocturnal animals.
I mean, yeah, I guess like the zoo I went to the other day had like a butterfly garden, so
Yeah.
everything can be
nice.
zoo themed if you try hard enough.
Mineralogy?
I mean, you say that as a joke, but they had like a little cave area where there were also bats, and they also like just showed off, like some cool rocks there. Because it's a
Nice.
very like terrain based like zoo,
Yeah.
I guess.
I remember playing Zoo Tycoon as a kid, and you had to make sure that the floor was the thing that they like. Lions like
Yeah.
savannah.
Yeah. It's basically that, except for like probably a bit more extreme. Because
More
it's
extreme than
actual.
Zoo Tycoon. What do you mean?
Because it deals with actual animals.
What do you mean? I don't understand.
Animals exist in real life, Chris.
You're gonna have to be more specific.
Lions are real.
If you meet one in real life,
We're gonna have the talk,
good luck
aren't
with
we?
that.
Chib, lions were made up by Metro Goldwyn Mayer.
Who?
You know, at the beginning of films, sometimes you have that opening card with the lion that goes rare
Oh,
in the thing. That's Metro
yes.
Goldwyn Mayer. Yeah.
It's not even a lion roar, it's a tiger.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, because lions are bad at roaring.
It's like the eagle thing again.
So one of the good things about having a description blind in both her eyes, I don't have to draw eyes. I can just draw something over the eyes.
Neat.
Well, hang on, didn't you get a bat?
Yeah.
Okay, that just makes sense then.
I mean, not really. Most bats aren't as blind as you'd think. They just don't need to use their eyes most of the time on account of flying around at night.
But also,
Okay, maybe not. Makes sense. It's appropriate. Of all the characters to be blind, the one that can see without eyes is good. Well, less bad, let's say.
Kiki is a little person in a fur coat. Yeah, probably.
Look, Kiki is having a time right now. She's just had some injections to make her hips not hurt as much. And it's also spring. So she's got new lease of life and is going everywhere constantly all at once.
Aw.
And Miss is excited about the kitty murder.
Oh, she got a mouse the other day. That did happen.
well, I think I'm done.
I'm almost done with the lines.
Hang on, I have shading to do.
No, you
Of
don't.
course you do.
It's very important
Of
shading
course you
this
do.
time. Miss will vouch for me. This is important shading.
Is this going to be
Yeah.
another one of those things where if we try to stick stuff on top of each other, yours is just going to stand out?
Possibly.
Show off.
Not showing off. It's about atmosphere.
No, it's about you being a show off.
Or lack of atmosphere as you stick creatures into the void of space.
That happens occasionally. Yeah, that'll do for the purposes of Aggie.
You can always render it later.
I can always render it later with the other one.
Mm-hmm.
Assuming you want to render this pole dancing
Spoilers! You
It
don't
was
know.
in the description.
You don't know that's what they're doing. They just like pole dancing.
There we
So
go.
they're a horse that pole dances, hence a pole dancing horse.
They like pole dance. They didn't say they like doing it. A lot of people like football without doing it.
Okay, true.
Yeah, but also shut up.
That's fair.
Also, I just see the shading on the corner of my screen, and I'm very concerned.
I mean,
I
chances are he's put it into a void of space again, so.
It's not space.
It's just space adjacent.
A spacent.
Space.
Wait, that's not space. Spacent.
Oh, I forgot an important thing. No.
No. There's not a smudge tool, is there? No.
You might be asking too much of Agio.
I'm surprised though. It's got like both density and opacity for brushes, which is surprising.
I still think
I'm
you're
done
asking too
fiddling
much
with
of
this
Agio.
leg. I'm not. I made a mistake. I've made a mistake, and I'm just gonna leave it. It's just gonna look really weird.
Sometimes you gotta leave your mistakes. Okay, I fixed it.
It doesn't help that while these are nominally horses, their legs are just like tubes.
Yeah, just tubes.
It's
No
a
definition, tubes.
See that's the bit I can get on board.
What's the bit you cannot get on board with?
Anything that actually looks like a horse.
Ah, okay, so nothing of the modern ones. Got it.
Yep. Give me
Oh my God,
tubes.
it's
Give me
good.
fire. Give me that which I desire.
Ah, yes.
This prompt
Any
was to draw
desire.
Mel, right? What?
This isn't Mal.
Okay, so the
Mal
horse is
knows
definitely
them.
pole dancing then.
Mm-hmm.
They're friends with Mal, but it's not Mal.
The sweat is a bit much. This is the licky tongue saliva all over again. What? Chris, what are you drawing?
You know Miss likes to make things up.
I thought you were a family-friendly streamer.
No. This stream
Depends
is set
on
to
whose
18
family.
plus. Good point. I mean, I can add sweat if you want it.
Are you adding highlights?
Oh, we've gone past that.
Chris, should we all just zoom out and force you to stop?
Yes.
I'm ready. I've said I was ready. I was waiting for Christy was doing stuff.
I said I was done.
Oh, right.
Oh, okay.
Let's zoom out then. Da-da-da-da.
No.
Ooh.
Oh,
Oh my God!
Jeeb. It's cute.
Stop!
Oh, this is cute.
That's so cute! How dare you?
Chris,
Oh,
what
I-
the fuck?
Oh.
Yeah, also, Chris, what the fuck? But yours is cute.
It's amazing. It's also a plumber? What is it?
What?
It's a construction worker.
It's
Right.
alright. I just realized I shaded outside of my box. There we go. Yeah, it's construction
Yeah,
work. I based them. I have a reference of the village people up.
Oh, so it's not that their interests are construction and pole dancing; it's that they are a construction worker themed pole dancer.
They also
Nice.
are interested in construction. They just like to combine the hobbies. It's fine.
Right.
They think they look good in their construction outfit. What's wrong with that?
Nothing.
Also, they have potatoes on their tail. Don't worry.
And
yeah, look at
many
this.
potatoes.
Look at this. They're all good. Mal Little Pony. Look, Mal's already in Winx Club. There can't be a Mal Little Pony just yet.
Mal
next
Little
year.
Pony though.
Next year's calendar.
Next year's
Mal Little
calendar.
Pony.
Every year we'll just make another calendar of Mal and some other just very brightly colored.
I was hoping that next year's one would be a different character, but we're in February of the first year of doing this. Let's stop making more ideas. But yeah, look at them all. There's a cute little moth friend, and then there's a big old bat friend with teeth, and then there's a fluffy unicorn friend.
Yeah, I love the fluff on the unicorn.
Yeah,
alicorn. It's so cute.
Thank you.
Friendship is magic.
And I don't know if you did this on purpose, Christy, but I sort of like that his tail also looks like a fish tail
Yeah,
to
on
add just
purpose.
more types of pony onto this alicorn.
Yeah.
Like wings,
wings
horn,
are
and
also-
fishtail.
hmm
Also, if you play that that pony, then on your opponent's turn, it will submerge, and then it can't be hit by cards in the front row.
Nice.
Inscription jokes. Anyway, it's the submerge icon.
I really like the
Go get sleep boobs. Sorry, carry on.
the head I was about to call it a bandana, a bandage thingy majiggy on yours, Ragdoll.
Yeah, I figure it's
Yeah.
just kind of like we're just gonna put like just around the eyes. So why not?
Yeah. Visual aid, so it looks like it's blind. Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't want to try to figure out where the straps should be for eye patches, so it's just kind of like
Yeah,
we're
that
just
makes sense.
putting a bandana on over the eyes.
hmm
It's cool.
I was gonna say you could have gone
Also,
with like
I couldn't
sunglasses.
quite figure out how the legs should go in order to make it look like it's not falling over, but maybe it's just lifting off. We'll go with
Yeah.
that.
Oh yeah, no. It's I imagine
Agreed.
it's just sort of it's neighing. It's sort of rearing up.
hmm
That's what I got.
Yeah,
what I
it
got out of
definitely reads.
Anyway, this is just twigged in my brain. You're not allowed to have a go at me for what I did because you've bloody coloured yours, Chib.
Yeah, in like 2 seconds, because I was just like going under it with an airbrush.
Man, mine's in
And it
black
was
and white,
while you were
basically.
doing that.
Exactly.
Is
You
annoyingly-
weren't done yet. I was done early.
I was just fiddling for a while.
It is annoyingly epic looking.
Yeah.
Like I could just hear the music. It's an electric guitar.
hmm
It's
And the bass is just
Yeah.
rumbling the floor.
Mm.
Very
it's
heavy bass.
very
for
heavy
sure.
bass. The percussion has just been replaced with jackhammers.
Yes.
If it's a
Construction
theme.
rock. Yeah. This was I like this. This was good.
That's a good one.
A good one. Yeah. Are we gonna do the thing again?
Not all
Yeah.
the layers.
A lot of ponies in the middle.
All the middle ponies. Oh.
My tiny little beginning one is just lying there.
That's still my favorite. Look at them.
Very
It
cute.
did a wish down the tail of Ragdoll. Oh.
Yeah, they've just fallen off of Ragdoll's pony's back.
Well, I can only draw horses if they look like stuffed animals.
It's adorable.
That's not only fair but admirable.
And
They need to
considering
be
we're drawing
plucked.
My Little Ponies, accurate.
Exactly. This is what I say. Like I can deal with horses if they're just a series of tubes. It's fine.
Mhm.
I mean, I did end up drawing what looks like a rhinoceros for the last one, but it's fine.
It's fine.
I didn't
You
see
try
it.
to follow their style guide.
Yeah, and they have oddly pointy noses in the newer ones.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it depends on the face shape. There's a couple depending on the age and gender of the horse.
Lemsip right.
Oh, right, the shark horse.
That lesbian rights, and now it doesn't anymore.
Just there's Lemsip.
Thumbsip rights.
Lemsip rights for cold and flu medicine, everybody. Yeah, this is a fun time. I like this. What's the 90s randomly generated franchise that we're going to destroy next week? Anyone got any
Cowboy.
ideas?
Could do
Mhm.
Care Bears.
Ooh, yeah. We have the Care Bear, whatchamacallits. Squeaks? Is it
Can
squeak?
you generate a random bear name?
What's the square they have on their tummy? What's that called?
I
I
don't
don't know.
remember.
The Carety mark.
Mhm.
I don't know.
I don't know either. We'll find out next week.
We'll find out next week. Moving on. Sorry, I was trying to find a generator. I couldn't find one. Yeah. So that's the thing. It happened. It's called a stream. I'll be back on Tuesday with more Overland, in which Ragdoll the dog is doing good work.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And also a couple of bots pretending to be humans are doing all right, I suppose. Yeah. Then Wednesday we're gonna, I guess, do Fool's AU for Dead Island.
Yes.
Rewrite the Dead Island games to actually have a plot that follows on from itself and says anything.
Plot?
I know. I have no
Maybe
ideas, by the way.
even
So
character development?
maybe
Or is that too much to ask for from these guys?
they can develop. They don't necessarily need to improve.
Right, that's true.
So yeah, if you have ideas, come along with those, because I don't. My ideas basically consist of you should have done more in the hotel. That's it. We'll work stuff out. It's fine.
We'll do that.
Then Saturday we're going to start War Tales, hopefully.
Yeah.
War Tales co-op times. And then Sunday, Care Bear Nightmare, something along those
Ruining
lines.
your favorite 90s franchise.
Ruining your favorite. That's February. Is the month of destroying 90s franchises. That's what we're gonna do.
Childhood ruined.
I mean, to be fair, a lot of franchises that were big in the late 80s, early 90s already sort of ruined themselves.
Yeah. That's true.
That's fair. Yeah. But we're gonna
And the
give them a
internet
helping
also
hand.
ruined them already far more than we ever could.
Yes. So yeah, we're gonna join in anyway, because why not?
Yeah. Why not?
So until then, have a lovely time, everybody. Thank you for being here. And
Thank you.
goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye bye.